I have a great idea. How about you guys give me all of your social security numbers so that I can steal your identities and live in the Bahamas? No, worth a shot. The story I will tell today is no singular story. Wait, no. The story I will tell today is no singular. No. So one story I will tell today is no. Well, it's multiple stories. How about that? Work for you? Good. I was asked to cut down some trees for my father. His name is. Well, that's not important. The chainsaw I was using, yes, I was using a chainsaw. I'm a big boy, I can do that. It wasn't your normal chainsaw. It was a chainsaw on a stick, or it was a stick chainsaw that attached into what you would probably assume to be a weed eater mower. And it is a weed eater mower, but it's also a chainsaw on a stick mower. It's both of them, like a combo attachment kind of thing. But I was gonna use that, and I wanted to make sure that it had enough fuel inside of it so that I could use it effectively. I thought ahead. I was proud of myself, and I looked in the cupboard for fuel, and if I remember correctly, there wasn't none, wasn't any, wasn't none, wasn't. Wait, no, I think I did find some, and I poured it inside of the... I don't know what I call it. Then I walked away for some reason. Don't really remember. Wasn't super paying attention to what I was doing. But after I had finished doing whatever that was, maybe it was going to get a pair of gloves because I'm a responsible human being. I grabbed the weed eater thingamabob and I took it outside. And as I was going out from the garage, I saw some water on the floor. And I'm like, well, what's this water doing on the floor? It turns out that it wasn't water, but it was practically the pee-pee of the mower from the hole that I didn't close up. Shouldn't have made the pee-pee analogy. That just makes it weird. And I'm on a bit of a time crunch, right? I got things I want to do, Barbie marathons to watch. So what I do is I grab some paper towels and I try to clean up the gas of whatever stuff was. Then I go grab the hose and I spray it in the garage, just trying to make sure that no one in my house dies because of gas fumes. You see, I'm a thoughtful human being as well. And then I run upstairs and I go grab a towel and I just try to clean the water up. And then I go do the tree thing. You see, this story has hardly even started yet. Get zipped up. No, clicked in. I don't know. I was like doing a seatbelt analogy thing, but it didn't work. Shush, don't talk to me. When I'm down there, I realize that I'm using a chainsaw, and that chainsaw is gonna flick some stuff into my face, and I realized I ain't got no safety goggles. And so what I had to do is I had to go back up, get safety goggles, and I had to go back down to go cut trees. And you know what? I was doing a great job. I'm spectacular at this job. If you ever need someone to do that for you, call a professional, not me. Or do, but just be aware that I might drink all of your Coke. It's a risk that you're gonna have to take. So what I was doing was cutting down these immature cedar trees. You can think of them as babies. Actually, don't do that. And I cut down a bunch of them, and I had to do it in a horse pasture. And horse pastures can only be horse pastures if they have horses in the pastures. And so I had to do it while also trying not to cut the horse's leg off, because people don't like it when you do that. But I finished cutting the trees down, and I was pretty hot, and I had run out of the one water bottle I had taken, so the horse had water, and so I stuck my face in the horse's water. Listen, guys, I had just cleaned it, like, a couple minutes earlier. Don't judge me, or do. I don't care. I have followers. But then I went down to go pick up all these baby trees and stuff and take them into the woods, and after a little bit, I looked down at my watch. It looked a little bit like this, because it wasn't there. I lost it into pasture. I had a couple ideas of where I had been, and so I started scouring the pasture for my timepiece, looking around for it. And it wasn't going great until it went great when I found it. And there really isn't that much of a story to it. All I did was just walk around the field for a little bit and found it. But then I finished getting the trees, and I don't know if you've ever dealt with cedar before, but they are pokey, very pokey. And I was kind of impatient and wasn't about to drag one tree at a time into the woods, and so I just kind of piled them up and grabbed them in my arms, and well, pokey things have a tendency to poke into your skin. And I just so happen to be doing this job in my shorts and t-shirt, pokies into skin. And after a couple hours, it started looking like some weird rash, and well, it hurt a lot. But after muscling through the pain, I ran like a little girl to go bathe myself in the hose. Fully clothed, okay, weirdos? Now as I'm in the falling water, I remember that I have my phone on me. Only I don't have my phone on me because I lost it in the pasture too. Oh, hi. Now I'm out there re-scouring the field, trying to find that. And I didn't. what I ended up doing was going back up to the house, grabbing myself a Gatorade, and calling my mommy to come and help. She was at work, right? And so all I wanted her to do was call my phone for like 3 hours so that I could go and find it. Right? Apparently that was going to have some negative effects on her productivity, so we just decided 5 minutes was good enough. And so what I ended up having to do was getting in the car, because I didn't want to walk anymore, backing up and driving it down there. I might have saved myself like 20 yards or so. And then running across the field trying to find it. And I did it! I said didn't, not did it. And as I am dragging myself around, I hear faintly my default ringtone coming from the woods. It was beautiful. Well, actually, I didn't know it was coming from the wood because I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And so I just went in the direction I assumed it was coming from. And then it stopped! And then it started again! And I found it. And I took it. And after a brief conversation with my mother about how much I appreciated her calling the phone, I rode. Happy Tuesday. I rode in a car, by the way. I didn't ride the horse. I just took a little drive. Happy Tuesday. Again. Happy Tuesday again. I'm all available. Let me give on. Vanilla photo get in way. Let me never renew go for again. Man, that's good stuff. Share the video. Is that funny? I thought it might be, but I wasn't sure.